want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boiling up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring to their knees. Take the fantasy.
It's time for another Black Flag Racing Prospect Series race. Are you ready?
Welcome everybody to Black Flag Racing's Prospect Round 7 today at Valencia. We'll be watching our prospects try to conquer this track for 2 hours today, folks. 2 hours on this beautiful Saturday. Hope it's doing everybody really well. I'm your commentator, Hunter, for another, hopefully non-laggy commentating stream. Please let me know if this shit starts to lag again. Anyways, right here on your screen, you've got Artie, Beth Barron. He's currently sitting on pole here, first place with a 131.89 as his fastest lap as we watch him come around here. Oh, a little bit of qualifying impeding there we just caught as Ghost Stroke comes out of the pit lane right in front of Artie. Oh man, that was a that was a tough one already. We're not even in the race and we're gonna already seeing a couple of accidents here. I love lag, I love lamp. Fucking Panda. But yeah, there we go. Artie's bringing that one back into pits after that. Here we go. We got that one sim racer who just found himself to 6. That one sim racer is going to be looking for a strong start to his race here, as he has found himself in 2nd for total points throughout this series. He's sitting at 170 points here on round 7, just before round 7 begins. He's looking to chase HRH George, who's got 184 points and currently leading the Prospect Series. So it'll be interesting to see if that one sim racer can jump ahead of George here and try to get on top of him in points. We've got Matrix sitting at 17th currently, not pulling out with only 4 minutes left of qualifying. That might be his finishing spot in that Jaguar, of course, his favorite car. Then we've got Clint Eastwood over here in 21st. He has found himself qualified at. He does not look to be pulling out here with only 4 minutes left to go. That is probably going to be his starting spot as well. Hell yeah, Nate, your boys grow up so fast. We'll be keeping an eye out for the High Gear Hustling team not pulling out. Thank you, Panda. I'm glad to know I've got Bubble and Panda here to keep me in check. We've got Regular Key in 6th. He's found himself in 6th here. A strong starting spot for Regular Key. He's going to be looking to keep that throughout this entire 2-hour race. Logan, our admin, the one talking in chat right now, he has found himself in 19th and not a bad spot to start out for lap 1, as we can probably predict some chaos. Sublime is our 2nd driver today after qualifying, more than likely, as he has found his way up to, never mind, that's why I fucking hesitated. Sublime is our 3rd driver of the day. He has found his way to 3rd, just getting beat out there by I don't know who yet, but we will find out. Y Wait has found himself in 4th in the Lexus just behind him. There's Y Wait coming around the same turn we were just watching Sublime. The Harriet Effect has found himself in 5th place. He will be chasing down Y Wait for that 4th spot once the race begins. We've got Priest over here in 21st in the Lexus as well. MDJ has found himself up to 9th, rocking the Porsche. Ghost Stroke, the one we caught the little bit of the accident with Artie with, is back in pits now. He has found his way to 13th. We've got Max Track sitting in 14th with that Porsche. A lot of Porsches today. And another one, Hader in Paris, has found his way to 18th in his 69 Porsche. Keep your eyes out for that lucky number 69. Tater, the only man allowed to rock it in the VFR League currently. We've got, we're going to call him Asvipa, because I'm not going to butcher that name all day. Asvispa is in the Ford Mustang Yellow 90, and he has found himself to 17th today. Armed the Homeless, a mid-season join to fill in a prospect spot due to some life things coming up. He is in 10th here, and that is a very strong position for jumping into a series midway. We've got Big Runks in 12th. That's a strong starting position for him. He's right smack dab mid-pack. That seems to be where he's found himself most of this series. If not, he's usually up front a little bit more. Zaddy going to be chasing him down. These two love to battle each other throughout this series. We'll make sure we keep our eyes on the 224 and the 41 car today. Rogue has found himself in 15th. He's the number 10 McLaren. Currently just sitting in pits, waiting for the 1 minute and 30 seconds of qualifying to finish so that he can lock in that 15th spot. Burt Macklin, another mid-season join for Go Dogs Racing, has found his way up to 8th of today's race. He's rocking the 91 car McLaren. Cannot tell you what color right now. There we go. He's rocking the pink or the purple. The purple McLaren. There's Sniper Gus, the one who jumped up to 2nd to knock out, I want to say it was Sublime I was talking about at that moment. Sniper Gus in 2nd with a pink McLaren as well. He's the number 36 car, and we round our way back off with Artie still sitting up in pole here. Do a quick rundown in case anyone missed it. Oh, and we just caught Sublime taking 2nd place from Sniper Gus there at the end. That is wild. Sniper Gus dropping to 3rd, of course, as we just saw. We have Whiteweight in 4th, Harry Defect in 5th, Sim Racer in 6th, Regular Key in 7th, Burt Macklin taking home 8th, MDJ snagging 9th with Roy Mustang following up for our top 10. And then we move down the grid. We've got Arm the Homeless in 11th, Zaddy in 12th, Big Runks following him, Ghost Choke 14th, Max Track 15th, Rogue 16th, Matrix 17th, Hater 18th, Avis 19th, and Logan in 20th, and then rounding off our last 2 cars on the grid as we are missing some guys for this 2-hour race. We have Clinty Eastwood and Priest 901. We're missing about 8 drivers in total, and I do believe... Oh, cool. We are missing my entire team. Well, no Black Swan Racing today. I don't know where these guys are at. George not on the field. Gonna be losing out on some valuable points. And here we go. Qualifying has ended. As we wait for the server to do its thing. Nate. Get in here, Nate. I need a driver. My team's down. We ain't got no one in here. It's okay. Couldn't find any subs for today. If you'd like to be a prospect sub, please hit me up on the Discord. Need like 3 more. Sorry about the screen here, guys. ACC decided I didn't need a cursor, so I had to disconnect my controller. Yeah, actually, we're going to recruit Panda to Black Swan. We're going to get a little Discord name change going and try to fool Larry into being none the wiser that I've stolen his teammate. Alright, and here we are. We are off. We have Artie leading us down the track here on the full formation lap as we have 3 cars starting from pits today. It's going to be MDJ, Boy Mustang, and Tater and Harris finding themselves with a pit start. We watch the cars just nice and slowly go down the track. Fucking Squid asking if we've got a lower class for Panda to race in. Pretty sure we're gonna put Panda in a fucking... We're gonna put Panda in the BMW M2 next series while everyone else gets to race GT4s. Podium prediction here for this race. I'm gonna go by weight. pulling out a second here. And I think for my first place spot, I think I'm really between Sublime and Sniper Gust. I don't want to root for Artie because he's really close to George. So I'm hoping Artie doesn't take home first. But I'm completely unbiased here. Don't listen to me. I'm an unbiased commentator. Squid says he might be able to handle the. Hey, the M2's a beast. Sim Racer, I expect to have a good showing here, finding himself in 4th or 3rd up there in podium. I've never seen Sim in a 2-hour race, so this should be interesting. And here we go as we... Fuck, I don't have a whole fucking track map on. We're gonna try to change this as fast as possible. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Quick as lightning. Alright, as we come across, getting down to the finish line here where they will cross the checkered and be off to the races. Artie and Sublime are cars in front.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And they are off to get the green light. So we see what the pack does here. Artie holding the inside. You've got Sniper Gus trying to shoot up behind him. Not going to get it. Sublime taking that second spot, following Artie through turn 1. We seem to have a clean turn 1. We do have a car parked back there on the grid, 224. Fuck, I mentioned their number earlier, but I cannot fully remember it. We've got Sublime chasing Artie here down into turn 4 is what I would consider that, through into turn 5. The 10 car has went off into turn 3 to 4. 224 is also off once again, now towing back to pits. I'm going to change view up here. We watch Sublime try to chase down Artie. We're going to begin flickering through our grid here. Rory Mustang has found himself dropped down to 20th, possibly catching some damage through E1 there, or the turns after. We've got Y-Weight staying in 5th. I believe he was in 5th, or possibly dropping down from 4th to 5th due to Harriet Effect jumping ahead of him. Oh, you get a spin up here, catching Harriet Effect. That would be Sublime spinning out right there and catching the Harriet Effect with Y-Weight barely squeezing through. That leaves our 2 front runners all alone now, as it's Artie and Sniper Gus found themselves on an island very quick into this race. We're just on lap 2, and they're already looking to be about 2 to 3 seconds ahead of 3rd place right here. As they come, I stand corrected, they are 4 seconds ahead of 3rd place right here, as both are coming into turn 2. Sniper Gus still just trailing behind Artie. That one sim racer managing to avoid some chaos back there and keeping his 7th place. He's fighting Runks. He might have dropped a little bit, or Runks had an amazing start off the green flag and has jumped himself to 6th. He's going to be looking to hold this position as long as he can. We've got Gareth, which is Larry for any of you guys who doesn't know. Oh, that's the wrong one. Mike took those 2 places out of disappointment. Yeah, he looked a little shocked as he went through there, sort of staring at him, shaking his head. Here we go. We've got Avispa trying to shoot in on Clint Eastwood on the outside. That's going to make Avispa lose time, giving the position to Sublime, the car who had crashed out just before lap 1 finished there at the front of the grid. Clint Eastwood trying to make a dive, gain some time on max track. This is going to give Sublime a spot on the inside here, and he's going to hold it as Clint now is on the inside. He backs out, giving Sublime the position. Sublime now jumping his way up to 14th. After his incident, we've got Matrix here leading Ghost Stroke, just a second separating the both of them here in the mid-pack. That one sim racer still trying to find a way around Runks. He's now got the Harriet Effect chasing him down. Oh, but the Harriet Effect with some bad front-end damage from that crash earlier. Very sad to see. We've got Nate saying Matrix and Max gaining 4 positions already. Yeah, I mean, lap 1 chaos will do that for you. Just try to avoid it, stay clean, and you will jump up some major positions. And we've got Harriet Effect riding Sim Racer hard here through that 7th spot. Subly Squid saying Sublime might not have much damage from that collision. We are going to have to pop over to Sublime here in a second and check him out, as I'm just sort of waiting to see if Harriet Effect's going to get a move there on that one Sim Racer, which it does not look like he's got one yet. Artie still leading. Sniper Gus still very close in this race, sniffing his exhaust, looking for that first place lead. Burt Macklin chasing down the Harriet Effect right behind that one Sim Racer. Very tight battle here at the top 5. And look who has snuck their way into the top 5. We've got Logan down there. I mean, top 5, top 10. Jesus Christ. We've got Logan down there in the top 10, finding his way through all the chaos. And there's another car spun off. That is Arm the Homeless there. Spun off, regaining himself to come out at 10th, dropping to maybe 11th. We'll check back in. We've got Rogue leading the backmarker pack. We've got Runks holding off that one Sim Racer. Runks finding himself in 4th now due to that spin, but that Sim Racer making a move, trying to get inside there, not going to get enough speed. Runks is going to get the traction out of the turn as they come onto the home stretch. Sim Racer going wide, setting up for T1. Runks taking it inside, trying to defend that inside position. Let's see how badly this hurts him. He does lose time there, but gets a good setup on the inside. He's got the Harriet Effect trying to shoot a deep inside dive. Runks doing great defending 2 drivers at once there, folks, keeping himself in 4th place, causing some chaos as both drivers behind him try to rejoin on their racing line. Runks showing a superb defensive strategy here as he just clings to 4th place. He's losing time to Whiteweight ahead of him, but that is no worry if he can manage to keep these drivers behind him. We've now got Regular Key getting a little anxious and jumping his way up into the pack. He's now in 6th, taking Harriet Effect. We're going to sit right here as this action develops. I know we got a lot more going on behind us, but I do like the top of the pack races here. We've got Elite Rain saying that is his defense strategy he has taught Runks there, and it seems to be working very well. Oh, a little bit of a tap there from the Sim Racer, sending it deep into that turn. Runks maintaining his position even with the contact. Very skillful driving there to make sure his car does not go deep into that corner after getting tapped. And it looks like Runks, with his good defending, has managed to shake off the Harriet Effect in Regular Key. He now only has to defend that one Sim Racer for the time being. We're going to jump away from him now as he gets a little bit of breathing room. We've got Zaddy in an island here at 22nd. Not quite last, not quite last, 1 spot ahead, but this is a 2-hour race. Anything can happen. Rogue up to 18th. He's chasing down Matrix in 17th. Here's Burt Macklin as we watch Regular Key and the Harriet Effect have a battle behind Sim Racer. Oh my god, and we just watched a major fucking accident. Sorry for the excitement. I was about to take a drink of my Monster. I don't know what I just witnessed there, folks. I'm glad we tuned in when we did, as we just watched. I don't even remember whose drivers those were. So yeah, major accident there unfolds in front of Burt, gaining him 2 spots, and he is now the car behind that one Sim Racer. Logan finding himself up to 6th, 8 minutes into this 2-hour race. That is not a bad spot to be sitting at all. Sniper Gus falling to 2 seconds behind Artie now. Stuff says we just witnessed a murder. I would agree. That was the fucking sparks flying and everything. Sniper Gus going to be looking to keep Artie within view here so Artie does not run away with an easy one. Sim Racer still just trying to find his way past Runks' wide McLaren at this point. A Lambo and the McLaren battling it out here for 5th and 4th. They do have Burt trying to gain some spots behind him and possibly jump up and join this battle. Matrix is in 15th here. He's chasing down Max Trax in 14th. We've got Clint Eastwood in 11th as he's coming up against Sublime and Arm the Homeless for 10th and 9th for our top 10 pack battle. This is sort of the mid-pack right back here with Arm the Homeless leading them, as the rest of the drivers ahead of us have a decent amount of separation. As Squid says, 2 hours, please calm the tits. You're not going to win it here in these first 9 minutes. I would almost say for cars that are in like 22nd like Zaddy, you have a pretty solid chance of making a comeback. Sublime here going to push it on Homeless. Let's see if we can't navigate ourselves up to him. Here we go. We've got Sublime and Homeless now. This is a battle for position. Sublime looking to jump his way back up into the top 10. He is in 10th right now, but he would like that 9th spot. And he gets it as Arm the Homeless shoots it deep into the turn, and Sublime comes out on the inside. Greg, Arm the Homeless, trying to battle back, but Sublime's just going to have the better jump on him and take that number 9 position away from Arm the Homeless, putting him in 10th with Clint Eastwood in 11th. I know the MFD's a little fucked up there on the left, but do not worry. I'm keeping track of it the best I can. We're going to jump back because I thought something's going to happen. Never mind. We've got Roy Mustang in 18th. He seems to have dropped a few more spots now, possibly due to some incidents. But absolutely no worry. Roy is a very consistent and very fast-paced, consistent driver. Well, I do not think we'll struggle to find some more positions here, as it is a 2-hour. He's got plenty of time. Why wait? Just bidding his little island out here in front as he tries to chase down the 2 ahead of him. I don't know how well that is going for him currently, but he has formed himself an island where he is all alone and bored. Hopefully he gets some company here, as a 2-hour race just going round and round by yourself can be a little tedious and boring. Harried Effect in 19th. He's currently a lap down, but he has found himself between Sniper Gus and Whiteweight. We'll keep our eyes on that and see how that develops. We have MBJ here in the back of the mid-pack, as more cars seem to be lining up behind Runks here. Ghost Stroke, one of those cars behind Runks. He's got a good view of Logan and Burt, who's just behind Sim Racer up there. You see Sim Racer trying to make a move on Runks. I'm going to jump views here in a sec. I just want to catch it. We catch it. Sim Racer spinning Runks. Oh, no. Oh, man. Sim Racer tried to send it outside with Runks inside. I don't know who's at fault there, nor is it my job to make those decisions. But I do like catching the accidents, so always glad to see him. I'm sure everyone else isn't, but for my sake, I'm glad to see him. Gives him something to talk about. We've now got Logan up in 4th with a huge showing for Logan in this Prospect Series. I don't know if he has found himself this far ahead of the rest of the pack before, but I know he has made the change to the Ferrari, and it seems to be doing him good. He gives a spot to Ghost Stroke there into the final turn. It looks like Logan may have spun out or something happened, but nothing major there, as Logan holds on to his 5th place spot. He's going to be defending against Sublime. Ghost Stroke has jumped up to 4th in his Porsche. We now have a Porsche near the podium as he chases down Burt Macklin, who has found himself to 3rd after that chaos up front. Big Runks luckily recovered very well here to 9th. He only managed to drop 5 spots, which is not bad. A very quick recovery for a bad spin out. Oh, and we have Clint Eastwood, who had spun out onto the grass, trying to make a rejoin back there. It seems like he has just now gotten back onto track, but the one Sim Racer and MDJ do climb position onto Clint Eastwood, putting Clint in 12th. Big Runks jumping up to 8th due to that spin off. Got a couple 2-car battles developing as I try to jump around to him. We've got Arm the Homeless. Oh, and this is actually a 3-car battle we just snuck up to. I don't know. We just watched Logan lose a spot to Arm the Homeless, and Homeless looking to gain that Sublime position now. Stubbly Squid is saying head down Runks, push, push. Runks is looking to climb back up to 4th as he had just dropped that spot. He's a measly 3.5 seconds off of Logan here for 7th. Logan just behind Arm the Homeless by half a second. Arm the Homeless in 6th, looking to chase down Sublime for 5th. Sublime chasing down Ghost Stroke for 4th, and Burt Macklin in 3rd. Our top 2 still being the top 2 from the moment the green flag went off. Artie is leading this race with Sniper Gus trying to follow up behind him. As we're going to jump around to find some action here, it seems we have a battle developing ahead of us with Regular Key, Rogue, and Matrix. As they come onto the straight, you have Regular Key and Rogue just ahead of Vespa, who we're watching here, almost neck and neck into turn 1. Regular Key having to take the slower line on the inside due to the traffic. Avispa is going to gain some time and jump up on these 4 cars. We might watch a 4-car grid. Oh, Avispa sends it deep into that. I do not know, Jondula. Larry did the schedule for that one, and I cannot fully remember if we do have a 2-hour for premiere or not. I hope we do. I love fucking 2-hour solo, little mini endurances and stuff like that, and that's why I threw this one in here. I think it's fun and really works strategy, in my opinion. It makes you think about some elements of the racing that you might not be thinking about in a 60-minute race, such as tires and actual fuel strategy, all that good stuff. As Avispa is just continuing to watch this battle of Regular Key and Rogue in front of us, I'm going to try to actually jump to one of those cars. Here we go. We've got Rogue now. We will get a better view. We're going to actually switch up view, so we're not just on the third-person view this entire time. If I figure out how to work my controller, we're going to watch a cinematic little Trek camera as Rogue is chasing down Matrix here. And we have a huge grid, actually. We're going to jump over to Runks. Runks has managed to defend for his life up to 7th, and I mean, it just seems like any car that goes behind Runks just can't make their way back around him. I mean, once he passes you, he's sort of a brick wall and you're stuck there. But Max Track, putting my words to shame and making me shut the fuck up, just goes around Runks like nothing right there. So Runks, but of course battling back for it. He shoots the inside through that turn. Let's see who comes out on top. Runks coming out on top of that one, as he leads the pack again in 7th on through turns 6 and 7 right there. We did have a spin out the 14 car collecting the 308. That would be Mix Track and Sublime there back there. And they rejoin in a very dangerous spot, possibly causing some more accidents than needed in a mid-pack rejoin possibly. Too bad we did not jump over to that. Once my keyboard gets here, I will be better at jumping between cars. Until the time being, bear with me as we watch Runks in that one Sim Racer again battle it out for 7th position, just behind Logan, who's 5 seconds off. Seems our Hunter, time to take a break. I'll take over. Yeah, Nate, come hop in here. Fuck it. We've got, it seems like everyone in the YouTube cheering for Runks here as he's putting on a dominating performance for him and his team. Holding down 7th position, locking it down fully. Sim Racer trying to get outside around Runks here. Is he gonna have enough? MDJ bringing speed out of that final corner. He's looking for a spot around Sim Racer now. We might get a 3 wide into T1 here. Let's see how this turns out for everybody. As we have Sim Racer cutting in front of Runks. Runks taking that 8th position. Sim Racer snagging 7th from him. Runks looking to battle and keep MDJ behind him for the time being. We're going to switch views back here. We've got Runks. We're going to jump around. Zaddy in 18th here. He's on an island. We've got Rogue still in a mid-pack just madness clusterfuck here. We've got 6 to 7 cars all bunched up right here in the mid-pack, and we are 20 minutes into this race. Larry says Graves is in 6th. Fuck yeah, he is. Yes, Graves has found himself to 6th, just a measly 1 second off of Arm the Homeless here. He's going to be looking to climb up that 1 second. As you can see him just barely behind Greg through that turn. We'll be keeping our eyes peeled on those two as that battle goes down. You've got Max Track sending it on the inside here on Avispa just as we turn to him. This is that mid-pack madness I was talking about. If you look on the left side of your screen, this is about the only group of cars all bunched together. We have 3 wide going on up ahead of us with Sublime, Rogue, and Matrix going into this turn. Let's see how this goes. Oh, and you've got Sublime catching some of Rogue, and the Rogue catching some of Matrix. Max Track's going through the inside, gets 3 cars in 1. What a fucking move. Waiting for the mistakes to be made, and he takes it like it was candy from an infant. Just watching a bunch of siblings bicker back there, and he just walks right through, telling everyone get out of his fucking way as he goes to chase down Clint Eastwood for that number 11 position. Everyone going crazy over that three-car maneuver. That was perfectly set up. I don't know if he actually realized it was coming through. Oh, okay, Max Trax, hold on to it. I'm gonna get off of you so I don't mess you up. But very beautiful there by Max Trax to steal 12th place. We're gonna watch a Vespa here as we still have Sublime and Rogue trying to battle it out for that 14th, 13th position. You've got Sublime taking it from Rogue right there, going into turn 6. Coming around out of it, a lot of cars beginning to slide through that turn. Interesting to see if everyone's tires are beginning to die out or not. Hearing a lot of screeching of the tires from the Vespa. We've got Max Track here, the car we were just watching, still being chased down by Sublime. As this still seems to be one of the only battles really developing on the grid. Most cars being spread out enough on their own islands. You've got Sublime trying to make a move here. I don't know what I just watched, folks. Oh my. Luckily it looks like Sublime is pulling off. Possibly trying to give the position back to Max Trax, which he doesn't. Maybe thinking Matrix was the car he pushed off. That was ugly to see for our Max Trax, who did a very well job battling up to 12. Oh, Roy Mustang chiming in here with how his race went. He said we got reset to pit at start, which we saw that. Then spun out plus a server disconnect, and when we came back we had 2 net controls locked. Oh man. Very sorry about all these server disconnects, guys. We're gonna try some stuff to possibly fix that, relocate our servers and see if that helps any. As far as we know, to our own extent, it just does seem to be a G-Portal issue as of right now. But we're going to try some things, as we know a lot of you guys have been getting booted more frequently now than ever, so we're going to look into that. Roy Mustang, what console do you have? Are you PlayStation or are you Xbox? Back to the race here. We've got that one Sim Racer in 7th, staring down at Logan's taillights from behind now as he gains speed through turn 1, looking to close this 2-second gap he's got, chasing down Logan and Arm the Homeless, this being our next battle. Let's jump back over to this mid-pack battle, who now has Sublime leading it after a little bit of an accident earlier. And I'm trying to jump to Arm the Homeless now, here we go, with Logan looking to find himself in a top 5 position here. Very early on in the race. This would set him up for possible podium points and would be huge for Go Dogs Racing and him in general. I know his entire team. Very pleased with how it is happening. Panda said it is happening in other leagues too. Yeah, that's what sort of hinted us at it was a G-Portal issue. And a lot of the reasons it's happening more now so than before is we're starting to actually get full servers, which I think is demanding more out of it. Roy Mustang, we were on PS5. DC happened 3 times during quali as well. We started twice but got kicked out anyway. See, I know of a disconnect issue that happens with Xbox Series S when grids start filling up. I don't know of any with PlayStation. I'll have to do a little bit of research. There may be something going on, who knows. Arm the Homeless still holding 5th. Sim Racer took Logan for 6. We missed that as I was reading comments there, my bad. But this is, like I said, a 2-hour race, so we're going to have a lot of overtakes here. We're going to try to jump to this 308 car, which is Max Trax. He's beginning to get some pressure from Matrix, looking to snag that 15th spot from him as both of them chase down a Vespa. We actually do have another pack forming over here. Oh, we were just on them. That is the Arm the Homeless pack, as we are going to call it. Lucas said, please make the servers US East located again. Yeah, we had them like that, and we still had disconnect.
line. Give it all you can.
Can you guys hear me now? Hello. Jondala, Bublin, Roy Mustang. Can either of you hear me, good sirs? Oh, finally, cool. Oh my god, dude. My cat broke my laptop, and so now I'm using my lady's fucking MacBook, and I'm pretty sure she got like a FaceTime call, and then my fucking headset was like, you're gonna connect to the FaceTime call. Anyways, we're back with Hunter's technical difficulties. I don't know why I signed myself up for this. Hunter, why do people get disconnected? So, Nisho adding me in the Discord. Nisho, if you're watching the stream, man, it's G Portal. That's who I'm gonna blame at least. Definitely not me nuking your Wi-Fi. Yeah, so we're just gonna let us fly through here real quick. We managed to lose 4 drivers so far since the start of the race. Due to disconnects, it seems. You've got Zaddy still sitting in 18th, Matrix in 17th, Avis in 16th, with Harried Effect in 15th, Max Trax finding himself in 14th now after a couple of collections with some incidents. Rogue looking to battle Big Runks, who's up ahead of him by a couple of seconds. Clint Eastwood ahead of Runks. And now we get to our top 10, which is going to be Sublime in 10th with Regular Key in 9th. Logan dropping down to 8th due to Arm the Homeless and MDJ overtaking him, but he still has them in sight. Arm the Homeless holding on to 7th. MDJ snagging up to 6th. Sim Racer, oh my god, we found a battle. Sim Racer and Ghost Stroke battling it out for 5th and 4th right now. We're going to watch this one develop. As Sim Racer sends it on the outside, getting Ghost Stroke, who tries to shoot it inside on T1, not going to have enough speed through there. Sim Racer, a beautiful overtake as they come into turn 2. Ghost Stroke holding his inside line very well, and he gets himself to the front of Sim Racer out of turn 2. They're going into turn fucking, I don't know, 4 or 5. Ghost Stroke still leading. Sim Racer just second, just milliseconds off of him, 10th. As they go around, Ghost Stroke still holding in front with his Porsche. Sim Racer following behind through the corners. Ghost Stroke having to slow more than Sim Racer would like. And I think that is ultimately giving Ghost Stroke the better acceleration out. The Lambo is not the best or quickest at getting out of corners, but let me tell you, on these straights, it does have some raw power. As this battle for fourth and, I don't know why, fifth and fourth goes down, we will continue to scan the grid. We've got Artie coming up on some lap traffic now, just above us. Oh shit, Nisho is Sniper Gust, isn't he? Fuck. Yeah, Sniper Gust having a DQ, losing his second spot position. Very sad. Just a terrible turn of events. As this grid has just fully expanded out. We've got 112 off. And I don't know what turn that is, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the name. He is now hopping back in. Ghost Stroke still fighting to hold that position. Great battle going on here from Ghost Stroke and Sim Racer, as Sim Racer might be getting a little frustrated trying to find himself a spot around Ghost Stroke's Porsche through these turns, but I don't know if he's going to find it besides on a straight. The Porsche is a little too quick out of these corners to get a good setup unless Ghost Stroke spins it. Logan beginning to drop behind to MDJ. He's about 2 seconds off of him now. Beginning to become his own little island. Already made his way around rungs past that lap traffic now. Sim Racer coming in hard to these corners, trying to maintain his time on Ghost Stroke. As Ghost Stroke tries to leave him in these corners through the power of the Porsche's acceleration. Pit window should be opening up here in 5 minutes, so we will await that and see if that shakes up this track any than what we have right now. That one, Sim Racer's Lambo. We are on the passenger seat as he tries to make his way past MDJ's Porsche. Gives you a little bit of a better view of what he's seen. Porsche blocking the majority of these corners in racing line 3. How can one sign up to commentate? I don't know, we hold a monopoly on it. No, I'm just joking. Honestly, if you got an interest in commentating, just let one of us admins know, and we will do our best to help you guys out, get it set up and stuff. We're going to a new system where Brave has become very anal about all our streams being fucking amazing, so yeah, or as Jondola says it, you must complete the 7 trials of Larry. Hates ignoring his woman for the prospects race. I wish he could have the work, man. Sim Racer rocking a red and white jumpsuit for his racing outfit. Not a bad color choice, as his car is black and white. This really seems to be the only battle we got going on. Actually, no, we do have a battle going on, if I can jump to it, with Harriet Effect and the Rogue. Harriet Effect being in 12th right now, Rogue just behind him in 13th. Harriet Effect might have just scored this overtake, and we are catching the end of it. We have Sim Racer and Ghost Stroke still battling it out in the top, turn 3. I'm watching their numbers. That one seems like more of an interesting battle now that I've jumped away, of course. That's how it always works. Sim Racer getting the jump on Ghost Stroke right when we jump away. Finding himself up to 4th finally, getting around that Mustang. Mojo asked if George is not racing. All of Black Swan slept in today. And so none of my drivers are currently on track. Kanji had a soccer game he had to go to. Montana slept in a little bit. he had worked. He was going to be a tight one as he worked right after this race, so probably best he did not actually try to race this one. We do not want anyone losing their job. And then George simply just slept him. It happens. It's going to kill him on points, though, Mojo. It's going to drop it. I know it. Artie's going to catch him right here. It's going to be terrible news for Black Swan Racing. As that one sim racer begins to put some time on Ghost Stroke, we're going to jump around here to this 14 and 86 battle developing right here. This is Sublime and Arm the Homeless still going at it. It feels like they've been going at it for the past 40 minutes of this entire race. Nate is asking, where is Logan? I believe Logan is still holding strong in 7th. Yep, he's still holding strong in 7th, right, just behind MDJ. He's dropped down to 6 seconds, and it looks like Logan's actually got a battle coming up on him with Regular Key here. Just 1 second off of Logan. This is going to be a Ferrari versus a Ferrari. And we've actually, this is with Arm the Homeless's battle just behind him. It'd be cool if my game lined it up so I could just jump back and forth, but Rogan the Harriet Effect, another battle going on, so we've got a couple of two-way battles going here. The closest currently being Arm the Homeless and Sublime. Sublime just 0.3 seconds off of Arm the Homeless here as we change views. You can see Sublime trying to shoot the inside there. Carried a lot of speed, which got him real close to Arm the Homeless, right where he wants to be to set up an overtake somewhere on this track. And here we go, he's shooting inside. Arm the Homeless cuts in a little aggressive, but Sublime not really turning in on the inside as you would have thought he would. A little bit of a racing incident tap there. Arm the Homeless coming back out in his 9th position. Sublime following behind him. There's the pit window. Finally open. We've got it open for 40 minutes here. Interesting to see who decides to pit early and who doesn't. Go to inside of Arm the Homeless's car as he continues to run away from Sublime. Logan still leading Regular Key up there, but just by 1 second now. Regular Key closing the gap. We do have the other battle being Rogue and Clint Eastwood about to go down. We are currently watching Rogue's car. As we review, oh, you can see Clint spins it out of that corner, but keeps it on track. Very skilled maneuver there to make sure you do not miss the car. You can see the delta on the top left. Rogue going into that corner with speed, but losing it on his acceleration. We're going to jump over to the Logan battle here now. See if we can watch this from Logan's tail. There is Regular Key. You see the Ferrari behind him trailing, looking for an overtake here. Get himself up to that 7th position and score some major points for his team. Logan going to be looking to fight it off and start to gain on MDJ, it seems, as he's closed the 7-second gap to down to a 6.5-second gap. We're starting to get some cars to go into pits here. We've got 6390 pulling it in. As we come around the home stretch here with Going Grays, we will get a better look at who those two drivers were that pitted and what spots they were in. So you're going to actually have Whiteway being one of the cars taking an early pit stop. Interesting to see if he's taking tires or not. And you've got Avispa hitting with his Ford Mustang as Logan and MDJ, Logan and Regular Key, take this battle down the home straight into turn 1, and Logan is still leading by just still half a second. We're going to try to jump off this battle real quick and see any more that may be developing. Actually, right here, you've got Big Runks and the Harriet Effect going side by side. Runks ending up being the car to go behind. Runks being the car that was doing amazing defense earlier in the race up to 7th, or I think he might have even been at 6th at one point, having an accident and dropping down. You see right there, Runks sending it very deep, possibly missing its brake point, almost crashing into the Harriet Effect, luckily keeping it clean. jump back around. We've got Arm the Homeless and Sublime. Sublime now got this within a tenth almost. He's almost right on top of Arm the Homeless, both taking very different lines through these corners here. The AMG proving to be a little quicker than the Ferrari on some of these straights, I would think, but the Ferrari makes up its times out in the corners where Sublime gets side by side with Arm the Homeless as they go through this turn. Homeless having to take the outside, which is overall the slower lane, not allowing him to do his hard cuts. They do have the pack leader already rolling up on them. Interesting to see how they play this one out. You're definitely not going to want Artie to just continue to run away with this race, otherwise there will be no hope of catching him. Let's jump over here back to Logan, who is now in 6th position due to that pit stop by Whiteweight, looking to defend this with his life against Regular Key. And maybe even Sublime, as we've got 3 Ferraris finding themselves filling out that 8, 7, and 6th position here with 1 hour and 15 minutes remaining in this race. We're going to jump through. We've got Clint Eastwood with some damage. I don't know where he got collected at or if he spun off. Hard to tell. That one sim racer catching Ghost Stroke somewhere we had missed and getting himself up to 3rd, finding himself a podium. Very, very good for that one sim racer and his team here, as they will score some very well-earned points if he can maintain that. Logan still just battling up ahead. You've got Sublime with Artie behind him. Interesting to see if Sublime is going to give that to Artie or battle him and make Artie slow down maybe just a little bit. You've got Max Trax pulling into the pits. You've got Runks in the pits currently. Arm the Homeless seems to have lost that battle to Sublime somewhere that we have missed. Your boy Runks Elite is currently in the pits. He's going to be dropping a couple of positions here as he seems to have elected to go with an early pit stop. Interesting to see if he has taken tires or not. Artie still just chasing down Sublime as the 2 cars ahead of Arm the Homeless here. As we jump back to Logan. Actually, we're going to jump over to Sim Racer. I don't know if this is a position battle. No, that is not. Sim Racer coming down on Bert now, though, with 12 seconds separating them. We're going to jump over to Logan and Regular Keys battle here and keep our eyes on this. A mic update for Gareth as we look around and see where Whiteweight ended up after his pit stop. He came out here at 10th, chasing down Homeless with only 8 seconds separating the two. So he maintained a top 10 position with an early pit stop. What's that called? That's an undercut, right? When you pit stop early? Undercut the rest of the field, I think is what it's called. I may be wrong. Someone will let me know in the comments who knows more. Big Runks is not a position battle for Whiteweight, so he does not have any real threats right now. Sublime up here being chased down by Arm the Homeless, still already making his way around Sublime, seeming to lose very little time due to that. Oh, we've got Logan and Regular Key finally developing into what seems to be the full-blown battle here, side by side through the final turn. Very interesting. They hold it well. Logan spins a little bit, but still gets traction out of that final turn, just enough to pull him ahead of Regular Key. Regular Key faking like he's got an inside maneuver going. Regular Key dropping very far behind. Oh, to let Artie by before the corner there. That's going to drop Regular Key to a Sublime battle now. Let's see if Hunter can't jump through that in the correct view. Maybe there's Regular Key. You can see behind him we've got Artie and Logan going first, Sublime and Regular Key following behind him. Sublime did manage to gain that position here. Logan now going to be defending against Sublime and Regular Key until he decides to make his pit stop, or vice versa, until one of these 2 drivers decides to do the same. We do have a battle developing just to the left of them as they go across right here. 170, 907, and 20 are seeming to begin to form a pack. You've got Sublime sending it wide. This is going to give Regular Key the shot he needs to regain his position. Finding Sublime right back to 8th. where he started at the beginning of this lap. Orm the Homeless seems to be closing in on time due to some of this battling. Sublime's view here. Man, my game is stuttering like a motherfucker. You guys see that on the YouTube stream? I hope it's not coming through. Might have just been that view. It looks like we maybe had almost a little bit of contact there between Sublime and regular key as they go through here, turn 2. I'm gonna change view to have a better view on this battle. Both cars spinning it out, and it looks like regular key giving it to Sublime there. Logan gaining himself a drive-through, more than likely due to track limits. Not good for Logan here. That means he's ultimately going to have to make 2 pit stops in this race, possibly killing his chance of a strong finishing position. We will have to wait and see what happens of that, what comes of that, I should say. As we go back to our cinematic view here, the 907-20 and 170 battle still has not developed yet. Most cars being spread out as we have dropped down to only being 18 cars in total, one of those 19 being me. That is why I said 18. The grid has thinned a little bit, making this slightly less interesting than what I imagined a 30-car race would have looked here, but it is alright. I'm sure our drivers on the track do not mind less traffic. Let's get a Runks update here. We've got Runks still in 14th. He's a lap down to Harriet Effect, who is in 11th, into Rogue. Runks does have his pit stop completed though, and with a lot of the rest of the grid needing to do their pit stop, he should gain some spots back. I could see Runks jumping to 8th to 7th after everyone does their pit stops if he drives good and consistent. You've got Logan coming out of pits now at 11th after clearing his drive-through, still having to do his mandatory pit stop. Leadle. What's that mean? No one knows, Elite. We've got MDJ in 5th here. He is battling it out with Ghost Stroke. We've got a Porsche battle developed finally between the number 20 and the 107 car. I mean, the number 20 in the 907 car. My bad. Mispronunciation. MDJ coming into this corner, carrying a little more speed than Ghost Stroke possibly. But Ghost Stroke seeming to get the better jump out of the turn. Interesting to see how these two slug bugs do on this straight. Man, that thing just sounds like it's got a soda can in the back of it. MDJ gaining some time to P1 as they come through T2. They've now got Zaddy ahead of them in his McLaren coming out at 18th here. This might mess up Ghost Stroke a little bit. Patrick Boyce off. Now I know what episode. Zaddy pulling off to the side to not impede on these two's battle. Very courteous of him, very nice gesture. Obviously he did not have to do it, but we would advise most drivers in a situation like this to probably pull off to the side if you were in Zaddy's shoes. You're not wanting to ruin anyone's race. Then again, if you are racing hard yourself, no need to pull to the side to keep doing your own thing. Really situational. We ask all drivers to be cautious. As MDJ continues to try to close this gap on Ghost Stroke, but Ghost Stroke not seeming to give him any time through these corners. Almost being perfect as he flows through with these tiny Porsches. We've got that one sim racer still sitting in 3rd. Let's see, Arm the Homeless still in 8th, trying to chase down Regular Key, both having pit stops. Big Runks and Max Tracks. Where'd our man? Bert has found his way. 2 seconds. Not serving a pit stop yet, but that is just fine and dandy. That one Sim Racer has not either, and he's 9 seconds off of Bert. Here he is, the man, Artie, the only one in a Audi, the psychopath. Somehow put up a 132.82 in this car. Just a beautiful performance. I believe he's at half a lap up of Bert at this point. Wait, who had TC1 off? Oh my god, MDJ is rocking the forest with TC1 off. Thank you for that, Nismo. I would have missed it. I've never seen such a weird combo. Let me try to jump over to Ghost Stroke's view, and let's see in comparison what our 4th place Porsche is running. We've got Rogue going into pits now. Here's Ghost Stroke. He's running a 4-2 spread on his TC. That is more what I'm used to with a Porsche. As you can see on the digital review mirror, MDJ's Porsche is just right there, and he sends it outside. He's gonna get a good run. We've got a little door banging, pushing MDJ off track maybe a little bit. Ghost Stroke pulling the inside well. Oh, and what a drive for both of these Porsche drivers to not make contact right there. Could probably fit a piece of paper, and that was about it between both cars. As Artie has caught himself behind both Porsches here. I don't think they're going to be so nice and let him through. Actually, no, MDJ letting Artie through. Looks like maybe not on purpose entirely. Coming to a slow through the turn than he thought. Ghost Stroke gaining a little time away from MDJ now. MDJ sending it deep into that corner as he was following Artie through it. Artie sending it inside here on Ghost Stroke. MDJ trying to find the room as well, but Ghost Stroke's not going to give it to him. As our pack leader just begins to run away even further from the rest of the grid. Gonna jump back through. Max Track's a little bit away from any of a battle here. Same with Arm the Homeless. Rumps has found himself on an island in 14th. Rogue just being 4 seconds ahead of him. Zaddy is battling through what is a nightmare for most sim racers. Here's Rogue in 13th. Here's Bert in 2nd. He's maintaining his lead on that one sim racer, but since the last time we checked on him, that one sim racer has managed to decrease it from a 9.5 second lead to an 8 second lead. And there's our view of that one sim racer, just barely off of Bert right now. Here is Matrix in his Jaguar, finding himself in 11th as he leads a little bit of a pack behind him now, with Y-Weight just ahead of him. Regular Key up in 7th after Gray's elected the pit. He's now chasing down Sublime, who's 6 seconds off of him. It looks like none of our front runners have pitted. Y-Weight in 8th is the highest car to pit. He is followed by Logan down in 12th. Here's a good overview of the grid from 1 to 18 now that we have lost 4 cars due to disconnects. One of those being Nisho, sadly. And here's Logan as he lets the Harriet effect. Oh, okay, cool. He lets the Harriet effect through, who's not a position battle for him. I thought it was. Maybe hoping the Harriet effect can go up there and slow down Matrix for him. Then again, Matrix still having to do his pit stop. I don't know how worried Logan is in the sense of gaining these positions back. He should for sure jump back up. We'll watch Harriet effect here as he goes for an overtake on the lapped 11 car Matrix. This, of course, being a crucial position. Even though Matrix is lapped, I would suggest he does not give this spot to Harriet effect, possibly putting himself down another lap for that 10th position. He needs to fight this as much as he can, and it looks like Harriet effect's just gonna get it over the Jag with the Lexus. As we go back to Logan now, who is trying to pull off the same maneuver we just watched Harriet effect do and get around the neon green Jaguar of Matrix. Logan taking a lot of that inside curb, helping him stay with Matrix there through the corner. Matrix, ooh, making a move to set himself up for the racing line. Logan having to be mindful, not ruin both racers' race. The antenna of the Ferrari looking like a shark's fin chasing down the Jaguar. This is interesting. I thought the Ferrari would have more of the get-up power to get the Jaguar through the final turn, but it does not seem to be the case here. As Logan started falling behind, has to brake hard there to avoid any contact with Matrix, and that right there makes our halfway mark at the 36 lap interval. Logan finding himself room on the inside finally. He's going to hold it, take a lot of grass there to make sure Matrix has room. Matrix now on inside. Logan possibly going for a cutback here. He does go for the cutback. He gets himself inside for the next turn. Can he hold it as Matrix sends it outside? Matrix now being the inside car, but Logan pulls ahead out of the turn. Very good battle there. Logan coming out on top with a well set up and executed overtake by GGR Logan. I'm going to scan the track here as we watch Logan in cinematic view. Maybe. Here we go. Let me see what is going down. We do have a battle actually developing right here. We have the 112 car, Clint Eastwood, getting passed up by the Harriet effect. This is not for position, but the Harriet effect coming upon number 7 car, Arm the Homeless, is a battle position here, folks. AMG versus the Lexus here. You can see the Harriet effect sets himself up on the inside of Arm the Homeless for the home stretch. Who's going to have more umph here? Harriet effect having a better line for T1. Oh, Clint Eastwood looking to make the move on Arm the Homeless through T1, but does not get it. The Harriet effect does, putting himself up to 6. We've now got 2 Lexuses in the top 6 with 2 Porsches. And then there's the Audi of Artie, because he's a maniac. Clint Eastwood, ooh, looking for the inside, doesn't get it, has to brake hard, throwing himself into the dirt. Luckily he holds it and does not slide off. We have another battle going on here between, that's Ghost Stroke and MDJ. I'm going to try to jump to them as we can watch the Porsches battle it out a little longer. Oh, we jumped through at a good time. MDJ was looking for the outside there. Oh, Ghost Stroke cutting it off well with some acceleration. We're going to go to the cinematic view here. Little bumping there. Oh my, what did we just witness, guys? A huge wipeout between both Porsches. MDJ's Porsche ruined. The front hood popped up. Oh my God, we've got a catastrophic event taking place there. As we will try to jump to Ghost Stroke, who jumped to second due to a pit stop by Burt. Oh my. Luckily, Ghost Stroke's Porsche not having much damage compared to MDJ's. Elite Rain saying get the ref. I agree. I don't know what we just... This is the second time, possibly, that we just witnessed a crash like that. David is asking what they were doing. I have no idea, David. A crash on the straight is crazy, but we've seen it all. We've seen it all here at VFR. As Ghost Stroke maintains his second position, he's not getting chased down by anyone but Why Wait, who's 5 seconds off of him currently in third place. Here's MDJ, the crashed Porsche. Both Porsches still having their mandatory pit stop. You have to imagine they will be pulling it in this lap. I cannot see either of them going another lap without completing that. Burt Macklin, our car in second, who pitted, has pulled out in 7th. He will regain some spots here. We're going to jump to the garage view real quick just so I can cycle down and see who's pitting and who's not. Ghost Stroke is in fact pitting. Why Wait is not coming across the finish line, gaining second. Period effect has a mandatory pit stop. Don't know if he's going to pit or not. He is not going to pit this lap. He will take 4th. MDJ should be pulling it into pits as well. I don't think we have much question there. We've got Burt Macklin, who already completed his pit stop, coming around. He will jump up to 6th, possibly 5th. Arm the Homeless in 5th, I guess. I don't know what's going on with the MFD. It doesn't update like that. That's the only shitty part. Arm the Homeless in 4th. Yeah. And MDJ does pull it in. There are the 2 Porsches in pits. Max Track, the other Porsche, gonna gain some positions as he comes around home base here. No battles developing. Actually, I am mistaken. We have an 86 car getting chased down by Clint Eastwood. This is Arm the Homeless getting pushed by a lapped car. This is completely within our rules. Even if you're lapped and you're faster, get around him, make an overtake. Obviously, Arm the Homeless not needing to give up this position. He can battle it out if he would like. But it does seem like Clint Eastwood gets ahead of him. I don't know if Arm the Homeless set that up on purpose, or if that was just a superior overtake by Clint Eastwood. We'll just chalk it up as both here. As most cars are pulling into pits now, we have really separated. We've got 2 possible battles to develop here in the future, with one of them being Regular Key and Ghost Stroke, which we are watching right now. As Regular Key is gaining on him, it seems, pretty more rapidly than I had thought, so this battle may come sooner. I love that view. That corner, slanted, banked view. Amazing. Eric says flat spot on tires. I've got to imagine that's in reference to the accident earlier between both Porsches. I'm sure that will be a big talking point in the Discord chat after this race. Oh, Regular Key taking some curb there. Chases down Ghost Stroke. Which I must say, Ghost Stroke, for being in the accident and then pitting, did maintain pretty good position. Finding himself in 7th. With a chance here to gain 6th, it looks like he will, as Arm the Homeless has to pit. Excellent strategy here from Ghost Stroke today. Already completing his 1 pit stop, still in 1st. I believe still a lap ahead of 2nd place. There is almost no question to whether or not he's going to get 1st. And I mean, almost at this point, if he could just, yeah, drive it pretty leisurely if he is a lap ahead of everybody and just not take any risks. But knowing him, he's going to be pushing for best lap still. Regular Key still just looking for some room here. on Ghost Stroke. Still just half a second down. Finding a little bit of speed there on the mini straight. Not enough to give him a serious advantage. We're going to jump around. Here he is. This is who I wanted to find. Logan has found his way up to 10th. Back into some solid point territory. And only 12 seconds off of Arm the Homeless. So, honestly, he could find himself in a ninth spot finish. Possibly even 8th if something goes down. Elite Rain says he's selling tickets for any possible fights after the race. That better not be the case. It better be a Fight Club type of deal and not go down in the Discord, because we do not fight in our Discord. We are civil sim racers. If you guys want to argue about whose pecker is bigger over the sim racing, then do that in a private chat, please. Ghost Stroke falling to 0.2 seconds ahead. And oh my god, there's my second DC here, folks. Because it loves to do this to me when I use the spectator password. Oh man. Don't worry, the keyboard comes, I think, today. So luckily, I will be able to go back to using the regular Black Flag Racing password. And it usually doesn't DC me as much. As we wait for ACC to get its shit together, you can see I'm in the Jag because I'm representing Matrix here. I'm giving him some support. Oh, are you guys gonna see the special password? Nope, you're not. And we're back. Thank you for the commercial break. That's what that was. Artie still in second. He's behind Ragged currently. Why-Wait Artie in second. Artie first. Why-Wait finding himself in second now. The Harriet Effect still needing a pit. One of the only cars, him and Zaddy, and of course it's including me, but I would not listen to it. Arm the Homeless now with a drive-through. This is going to give Logan the chance he needs to that 9th position. No way. This is crazy work from G-Portal right now. So we're just going to use the regular password. And I will use the track map to watch everybody. Oh, man. All right. We're back. I believe I have to watch everyone like this, because if I hit drive, it's going to actually want me to drive. And I don't want to do that. So, we have Artie in first here. Why-Wait in second. He's getting chased down by the 20 car of MDJ. The Harriet Effect has found himself to third right now, but he has not pitted. That one sim racer battling it out with Matrix, who is currently down in 16th. That one sim racer in 4th should gain a podium spot here. Burt Macklin found himself up to 5th with Ghost Stroke in 6th. Of course, Regular Key still battling out Ghost Stroke for a position battle here. We've got Sublime getting himself up to... No, Sublime wasn't in 8th. He's maintained that 8th position. Logan getting himself up to 9th thanks to Arm the Homeless's drive-thru. And Runks finding himself in a top 10 predicament after being here earlier in the race and gaining some unlucky collisions or just, I don't really know, racing accidents that he got caught up in. He had dropped back, but he has battled himself up here with great pace and great consistency, and he is behind the number 170 car of Matrix, who's currently in 16th. Rogue in 11th here. He's trying to chase down Runks. I'll tell you the seconds in a couple of minutes. Arm the Homeless falling to 12th after his drive-through. with Max Trax looking to chase him down. Arm the Homeless is actually very close to Rogue here. We do have a battle. Fuck. This is gonna be dumb. I'm not gonna be able to watch it. Fuck. I'm gonna have to go back to spectator view. But we will watch this real quick. Sorry for the name tag. I know that is annoying. And Arm the Homeless getting it on Rogue as Rogue sends it deep into that corner. That will push Arm the Homeless back up to 11th as he's looking to climb at least back up to 9th where he was before he got that very shitty drive-through. Of course, Logan got the drive-through earlier in the race as well. And both drivers finding themselves in good spots here. Back down to reading where everyone is at. Max Trax is in 13th. He is not the Porsche in the incident we witnessed earlier. That would be MDJ, the 14th, number 20 car Porsche, who collided with Ghost Stroke earlier on the corner straight that he's currently on. Then he's got a Vespa chasing him down at 15th in the 90 car Ford. Matrix has fallen down to 16th in his Jaguar, and he's in a little bit of a pack here, being led by Artie. And then he's got Clint Eastwood directly behind him, trying to chase him down and put him in 17th, which we switch right over for an overtake. That should put Clint Eastwood to 16th and Matrix to 17th. Zaddy still in 18th due to some unfortunate race incidents and just when it really comes down to it, bad luck. Here, now that my game and Wi-Fi seems to be cooperating with us, I'm going to go back to spectator view so we can actually watch the cars and not have to watch it in the stupid garage view. I'm going to pull you guys away so you can't see the password here in a second, and then I will be Apex Sim Racing, our one-stop shop for any sim racing gear that you may need or desire. We have Last Chance Moto, which is an eBay store that sells a little bit of everything. If you're working on your motorcycle, your car, or you need sim racing gloves, check them out. They have it. And then our final sponsor is simracingshop.com, which is another eBay store, and they sell a little bit more niche items like some Logitech mods, Thrustmaster mods. What is the wheelbase that disconnects on PlayStation all the time? Fanatec mods. There we go. That was not a shot at Fanatec at all. That is how I remember them. Anyways, check out our sponsors. We have discount codes in the Discord. And our last amazing sponsor being Webo, who does our premiere commentary way better than I do any of the commentary. And off to the side there we have Max Trax, who seems to have spun out on turn 3. Burt Macklin making up some serious time here to that one sim racer who has found himself in 3rd on podium, looking to not lose it. Burt looking to podium. That should be interesting to watch as we have 43 seconds, not minutes. 40. Holy fuck, guys! I am so sorry. I am tongue twisted right now. Let me drink something. All right, we're back. We got 43 minutes till this race ends. Clint Eastwood getting chased down by Matrix with only 2 seconds separating the two, and we change over to what is a 3-car accident between 7th, 6th, and 5th. I was just about to get over to him, and I'm sad we missed it. Regular Key having to park it until some cars can go by. That was between, I'm trying to jump to some of the other gentlemen who were just involved in that accident. Ghost Stroke being one of the cars collected. We've seen now about 3 to 4 major incidents. Elite Rain asks if someone is streaming the whole endurance race, and that is correct. The upcoming endurance race next Saturday for Black Flag Racing, which will be at Zandvoort for 6 hours of a driver swap endurance race will be streamed by our lovely admins Going Grays and Larry for the entire 6 hours. Now, I'm not saying either of them are going to talk for 6 hours straight, but there will be at least a video feed of the race going for the entire 6 hours and chatter between the both of them for the most part. And there is hopefully going to be a cool surprise to go along with that, but that will be held for race day and for Grays and Larry to announce. As we go back to our race here, Ghost Stroke holding out that 5th position, even though being collected inside of that crash. DB has shown up. How's it going, DB? That is Boothie, I believe that is Boothie. Then we have MDJ in 12th. The Harriet Effect pulling it into pits for, I believe, the accident he was just collected inside of that we caught the end of. Sublime has climbed up to 6th due to some cars pitting and having that accident. Logan has been overtaken by Arm the Homeless. Arm the Homeless climbing himself back up to 9th now. Logan looking to stay in the top 10 spot, both battling Matrix, who's in 15th, with Grunts in 8th, just 4 seconds ahead. Regular Key, one of the cars in pits, he was the one we jumped to right when the accident unfolded. Sim Racer still got 3rd locked down. He's managed to put more time between him and Burt. Burt trying to get up there for a 3rd place finish, which would be huge for Mr. Burt. Runks now jumping up to 7th due to, I believe, I forget which car, the Harriet Effect, who was in pits. There we go. Nope, Bard. I'm sorry, DB. Why are you DB on YouTube? That's very confusing. Big Runks holding out 7th. There goes our pit window. I believe everyone had pitted. Arm the Homeless 3 seconds off of Runks. Logan 4 seconds, and the 17 car is picking up a drive-through, which is Regular Key, and that is the number 15 car, which is going to hurt him very badly here. We've got Ghost Stroke getting battled out by Sublime. Sublime looking to climb up too fast here. Ghost Stroke, who has been holding it now for, I want to say, about an hour, is going to try to defend his way to a 5th place finish. And we will keep our eyes on these two as they do. Let me change our view here. I want the rear camera view. It looks bad on the horse. Never mind. We will do the cinematic as the name tag glitches out. They have MDJ following up behind him. He could end up causing some chaos in all of this as well. Why wait just ahead of him? I don't know if he fully expects what is coming up his rear. Crack myself up. We're going to jump away for a sec. No, we're not, because I feel like the second I do that, it's going to develop further. I'm trying to trick it. See, I tricked it. Sublime tries to shoot it on the outside, manages to avoid contact with Ghost Stroke. Ghost Stroke zipping away with that fast, nimble Porsche. Oh, but he loses it a little bit on this straight. This might set Sublime up for a push here. Maybe not. It does not look like he was as close as I thought, but MDJ starting to look inside of Sublime. Starting to get a little antsy, wanting that position, wanting to get ahead and start climbing up some spots as well. Of course, MDJ looking at Rogue, who is intent, trying to climb his way up there and gain that spot. Elite says this has been an interesting and exciting race. I'd say it definitely has been interesting with some of the crashes we've caught and some of them that we just barely tuned in for. I'm interested to see how some of them started. Oh, and we do get a little bumping there. We're going to change views so we can see if anything happens from that. That is between Ghost Stroke and Sublime. This is a position battle. Sublime very angsty. Oh, Ghost Stroke sending it against the 2nd place car. Y-Wait getting a tap and ending up letting Sublime through. And then he taps MDJ. MDJ luckily keeping it on track. Ghost Stroke sending himself off We're going to try to jump. Here we go. We've got MDJ now, who gave up a position to Y Wait through all that confusion. Another drive-through. Thank you for that call out, as I'm trying to worry about what the fuck's going on. And it's Logan with the second drive-through of this 2-hour race. He currently holds the record. Luckily, Logan is not threatened by losing 10th, thanks to Ghost Stroke and MDJ's little incident right there. Panda says instant karma, lol, not wrong. As this has been just an all-out bumper car match between some of these Porsches, it seems. Avispa climbing up to 13th here. He's done well to keep the only Ford Mustang on the track. He's done well to keep it on the track, and it has seemed to serve him decent. I don't know if he's got a chance at position points or not. My MFD's not showing me that far ahead of us, but we will see. We are going to jump to this battle right here, as Arm the Homeless looks to gain Runks. That fucking name tag is really annoying. You guys are correct. It's better when I'm driving. There we go. Arm the Homeless and Big Runks looking for the 7th and 8th spots here with 35 minutes left. Arm the Homeless pre-braking, anticipating. Oh, looking like he was going to make contact with Runks inside. Luckily, he brakes to avoid it. We're going to be looking to see if Runks can defend hard as he did for the first 30 minutes of this race. That is what he needs. Arm the Homeless has his hazards on, possibly to try to confuse Runks, or possibly to try to warn other drivers about how crazy they have been driving. It is up to debate currently, as we do not know why his hazards are on. Big Runks starting to gain some separation here. We will cut back to these two. Logan 13 seconds off of a position battle against Rogue. Burr 8 seconds off of a position battle. Matrix 6 seconds off of a position battle. No one around Clint for position. No one around Regular Key. Sublime's by himself, and so is Y Wait for position. Harriet Effect looking to climb up to MDJ here. Ghost Stroke alone. Max Track alone. And we will jump back to one of the only position battles developing so far. Elite Rain says these boys are racing hard, which I would agree. Oh, and Arm the Homeless getting a little antsy there, trying to gain that position, sending it deep, ultimately going to cost him some time here. I missed Mojo saying, oh no for Ghost. That was a little optimistic. I would agree. That was definitely a big ball move that did not work out for him, sadly. Arm the Homeless sending it wide through 2 corners now, but ultimately regaining time against Big Runks' McLaren. He's got 3 McLarens ahead of him here. 2 of them being McLaren's actually ahead of him for position. The other one being Zaddy, who has done well to persevere through a 2-hour race that just has not gone his way. So huge shout out for Zaddy for sticking with this. I wish it would have went better for him. We had seen a Zaddy Big Runks battle earlier in the Prospect Series, and that would have been nice to see again today. As Runks seems to be finding his groove here and keeping Arm the Homeless within that 1 second time. I don't know how long he can put it up for though. The AMG's a beast. They can gain time here, and Arm the Homeless has done well to battle back from his drive-through, which dropped him to 12th. He climbed all the way back up to 8th and has now climbed up to Runks. So Arm the Homeless showing some great pace and speed. As they get on the straight here, Arm the Homeless could set up to try to gain some time into T1 if he gets the braking down just perfect. Runks brakes very early for T1. Homeless pushes it wide and just couldn't get grip enough. We're gonna jump through real quick. Logan and Rogue Still, you can see each other. They just can't get to each other. Sim Racer staring at Artie, but of course Sim Racer being a lap down. He's doing very good to try to climb that away. Try to chip away at it, but I don't believe he's going to get it here. We have possibly a 12 and 11 position battle going on. Ghost Stroke found himself off the track there. Interesting to see what happened. Matrix looking to climb up to Avispa. Avispa right behind Arm the Homeless now, who has really fallen behind 2 big rungs. We must have just missed maybe Arm the Homeless sending it a little too wide there, just as we clicked away. That's going to give them separation, making 2 of our only battles, Bert versus Ghost Stroke here. Bert, a very excellent showing from him today to climb himself back up to 3rd after falling a little bit. Ghost Stroke going into pits, no doubt, to... Oh, fuck, the stream's lagging again? Let me see why. Been doing good all goddamn day. Now it wants to lag. Looks like I'm watching through a aquarium. Tater is not in this race, sadly. No Tater. Alright, sadly, I'm going to have to lower the quality of the stream again. That's how I fixed it the other fucking day. It's going to make it look all weird, and you're not going to be able to... It's going to disproportion it like that. It just did it, so it should have went into effect. And the stream should start catching back up, hopefully. We will wait and see. As Burt Macklin is 8 seconds off of that one Sim Racer, it would do this in the final minutes. Logan has climbed himself up to 9th here, chasing down Rogue still. Bubble cars, they look like bubble cars right now. Wow, my Wi-Fi is like really tanking bad. On my get my shit. Probably FaceTiming her girlfriends or something. Y-Weight has found himself in 4th with an incredibly incredible showing here from him. Just all around, very good showing. Let me see if this helps. Oh man. The Harriet Effect is in 11th here with MDJ in 10th. And it is McDonald's Wi-Fi. But what's funny is I have like one of the best Wi-Fis for Arizona, bro. It's just AZ's got the worst Wi-Fi. We live in a giant valley. Alright, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Arizona, but it literally looks like a dinosaur, a giant dinosaur, stepped into the ground, left a footprint, and then some dude went over there and said, "This is where we're gonna put the town." It's like that SpongeBob episode where they just moved the town away from the giant bullworm, and they just put it between 2 fucking cliffs. Yeah, that's Arizona. We're just in a giant dust bowl. MDJ chasing down Rogue here for 9th. Logan seemed to have made it past Rogue. He put himself in 8th. Rogue sliding off here. MDJ looking to find a spot on the inside. Not gonna find it. MDJ ends up getting him. Now looking to chase down Rogue. Chase down Logan. He had just overtaken Rogue. Matrix and Avispa still looking to battle each other out. Arm the Homeless finally making his way up to Big Runks. There we go. The Wi-Fi should get better. I had to kick my older sister who lives inside my house off the Wi-Fi, and now she's upset. It's my Wi-Fi! Anyways, Arm the Homeless looking for Big Runks. They end up climbing up to 7 and 6. Runks, an absolute baller of a showing here. I know it's much better. Yeah. We switched to Verizon Wi-Fi. Anyway, I'm not going to go into my Wi-Fi anymore. I need to get out. I'm like an old man about this shit. I will look into better Wi-Fi in my free time. Big Runks looking to defend here on a position battle with only 26 minutes left. I want to change view. I want to go to, not this one. I want the rear one. If I can fucking ever remember how to manage this side, I really do better. I don't know why you guys watch my streams. Okay, we're going to the cinematic. Oh, here we go. We figured it out. Booyah! Runks in 6, battling it out with Arm the Homeless. Just 0.5 seconds separating each other. We have a car off the grid up ahead. It is the 308 car, which is going to be Max Trax, his Porsche. We're going to change view here to see what's going on. Max Trax off to the side. Hopefully he's not looking to rejoin right here. And luckily he waits for the 2 cars to pass before pulling onto track. Arm the Homeless still not able to get the AMG up next to the McLaren of Big Runks to make an overtake. We're going to jump away for a quick nanosecond to the 1 in 10 car, as that is another battle developing. That is Rogue and the Harriet effect, and luckily that is an easy one to jump to. Here we go. We've got Harriet effect looking from behind on Rogue. Rogue in a McLaren, Harriet effect in a Lexus. As they come down the straight, you can see Harriet effect sending it inside, and he gets him with almost like Rogue pulling off to the side for him. We're going to jump back to Arm the Homeless as Why Wait looking to jump in front of him. Getting a little impatient here. I've seen bigger wounds on a stock Honda Civic in a Walmart parking lot. Man, the car scene in Arizona is something else. I'll take some photos of some of the stuff I see out here. Elite loves seeing people steal his headlight method. Yeah, in daytime, I don't really think it affects me. In nighttime, if you do it to me, I'm just going to claim I had a seizure to Soli, and I'm going to crash you. But anyways, back to the round. Just joking. The Rogue looking to climb back and gain his spot back from the Harriet effect. The Harriet effect turning his eyes towards MDJ. Logan seems to have locked down 9th pretty well. Arm the Homeless gets the overtake. No, that is not the Arm the Homeless. Whew, scared myself. That is Why Wait getting the overtake on Big Runks here. Arm the Homeless still not able to do it. Pull it out of his bag of tricks as Clint Eastwood makes it past Ghost Strokes. MDJ looking to climb up those 3 seconds, while Harriet effect just needs 3 seconds to get to him. Logan, with no position battle ahead of him, is just looking to defend. As we will go to the cinematic view. Artie is still leading Mojo. I believe he lost his 1 lead on that 1 sim racer, though. No, he still maintains it. He's got a 1 lap lead on that 1 sim racer. It looked like that 1 sim racer was going to snag it up from him, but he doesn't. He did not manage it. Runks and Arm the Homeless here coming up to a little bit of a pack forming in front of them due to the 112 car causing some traffic behind him. Interesting to see if this is going to help out Arm the Homeless or if this is going to hurt him. A lot of the cars up ahead of him are lapped down and behind him. None of these being position battles. We do have Y Wait, who had a spin-off there. You just missed it due to the cinematic camera, but he ends up dropping spots, and he was gaining on Burt Macklin, so hate to see that. But he seems to have recovered back on the track and will maintain his 4th position spot. Fucking Bard Sis is back on the net. No, at this point I think it is my neighborhood starting to wake up too and suck up some of the Wi-Fi. Luckily this race only has 20 minutes left, thankfully. We have Elite telling Runks to hold like he is a 300 Spartan. We have Mojo happy that Artie's representing. Artie actually has one of the best connections to the server out of everybody. Never mind, he just spiked to the yellow. I lied. Homeless has good pace, he just can't seem to make it around the body of Runks as we change view here to make sure we don't miss any actual overtakes with the funky corner view that it gives us. We're gonna go back to it because I like it on this corner. Fucking so sick. You can see Runks still leading here. Arm the Homeless falling behind in the corners just a little bit. They've got Y-Weight pushing up behind him again due to his spin-off. They've got no more traffic in front of them for another 28 seconds, so I really think this is just going to be Runks defending against Homeless. This is going to be a nail-biter down to the end. Logan seems to have gained on someone. Let's jump over to that. Logan and Matrix, not for a position battle, but still could be a good battle nevertheless. And you actually have Y-Weight shooting it down on Homeless, which is going to slow Homeless down. Got Matrix on the inside now with the battle against Logan. Logan shooting outside, going to look for a crossover. He overslows possibly, but gets a good exit out of that corner, accelerating hard. We've got Mojo saying Europe is just a superior racing continent, which I would definitely agree for this kind of racing, at least GT3 racing, or I forget like what the leagues are called, but yeah, you come over here for some horse racing, Mojo, that's where it matters. Anyways, oh my god, we should get a horse racing league going on. That'd be tough. MDJ now within seconds of Grays. We've got another defense battle here. Let me remember what my keys are. Arm the Homeless seems to have jumped in front of Runks. We just missed it. I'm going to jump back to this so we don't miss any more. Gray's going to possibly give up 2 positions here as he loses it to MDJ, and he's battling it out now with the Harriet effect. The Harriet effect, of course, in the Lexus, and they're battling it on a straight. I don't know how this is going to go. Oh, Harriet effect comes out in front of Logan, dropping Logan to 10th, sadly. This is going to be a nail-biter of a finish between 10th, 9th, and 8th as all 3 cars very close to each other with only 19 minutes left. Trying to jump back to Runks and Arm the Homeless. Here we go. Runks gets back in front of Arm the Homeless after I believe I saw that Arm the Homeless did gain it. This coming down to be a good battle as well. It's hard to jump back and forth between the two. I'm going to see if there's a quick shortcut. Y-Weight and Burt, not a battle that's fully developed yet. So it's a few clicks away I got to go to get to the Harriet effect in MDJ. We're going to jump back to the more developed battle. Mo just said anything but NASCAR. NASCAR's fun. It's alright. I don't know if I'd ever do league NASCAR racing. Oh, here we go. Oh, nope. I thought Arm the Homeless was going to get it there, but Runks accelerates out of that turn very fast of T1. They've got Clint Eastwood now coming up behind them to join this party of fun. Y-Weight 5 seconds ahead of him. He's in 4th place. Not a position either cars can gain, but would be well for both to get ahead of. Elite Rain says Runks' defense is spot on today. I would have to agree. He has done very well to maintain his position early on, and then when he did lose it, not only was his defense well, he had great consistency and great pace just to regain back up to 6th. I'm pretty sure this is exactly where he was before he got caught up in a little bit of a collision about 30 minutes into the race start. Arm the Homeless spinning on that turn, losing him some time. Arm the Homeless has also had a great race here. We saw him with the drive-through a little earlier. Him and Going Grays being two of the cars with drive-throughs this race. Going Grays having 2 drive-throughs and somehow climbed his way back up to 10th. There has been quite a few little collisions here and there, and some major ones as well. So, and we just witnessed a major one as Arm the Homeless punts Big Runks from behind, missing his braking point. Looks like Runks luckily regains himself, and I don't think Runks actually hit the barrier on that one. We're gonna try to change views to one we can see Runks' front on. Runks not having any damage there. I think he managed to pull that away from the wall before getting smacked. And here we go. We got Avispa making a move on Ghost Stroke here on the straight. The Ford getting up to 12th now. Ghost Stroke, of course, was up to 6th at one point, and then had a unlucky showing. You can see Ghost Stroke flashing his Porsche lights back there, trying to distract Avispa. A lot of you guys don't see Avispa in the Discord chat because he actually speaks mainly Spanish, and when he does chat with us, it's usually a rough translation of what he is trying to say. But we do appreciate him racing with us, and we welcome everybody here at BFR with open arms. Arm the Homeless looking to climb back up to Runks to give us a good final battle here. Burt 9 seconds off of Sim Racer. We may see a P2 end a race battle as I try to cycle through here. Logan looking for 9th place. He's only 3 seconds off of MDJ, who has now caught some traffic. Some of it being lapped, some of it being position battle. This should give Logan the chance to climb into the spot he's looking to finish at. Yeeson says, yo, 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 it's your boy. Yeeson, who are you? I'm not saying that rudely, I just don't know who my boy is. I also don't know what your name on the Discord is, mainly that. It's just like I thought DB was Boothie, but that turned out to be Bard. You guys all do different things with your names. MDJ still just 3 seconds ahead. Ghost Stroke losing a spot there to MDJ, not a position though. Jason, oh, how's it going, Jason? We've got Sublime here. Consistency has gotten him up to 5th, and I think it will finish him there asYweight is 26 seconds ahead of him. But you never know. We have seen some weirder things happen.Yweight has been collected in a few incidents already, so we will keep our eyes peeled for that 5th and 4th place battle to possibly go on. Harriet Effect starting to now try to climb his way up to Arm the Homeless to get a part of that battle up there. Arm the Homeless having some damage, which seems to be slowing his pace a little bit. Harriet Effect has to be careful, of course. He's got MDJ beginning to climb up his rear. Logan trying to get up to MDJ's as well, but he has to go through Ghost Stroke if we are watching that battle right here develop in front of us. Ghost Stroke seems to be leading, and he will be looking to not give this spot to Logan, but to rather climb up and gain 12th, I'd say. We've got Max Track in 16th. Vespa we just watched. Here's Arm the Homeless after his wreck with Big Runks. Here's Burt Macklin looking to put time on the board and get up there to catch Sim Racer and give us a amazing finish to this race for the podium.Yweight not too far behind either, 20 seconds off. Here is the man Artie, who has led now for 67 laps, about to make it 68 laps. He has put down a better time than last time I said by 0.2. He is now at a 132.6 best lap time. Artie's last lap being a 133.5, this lap being a 134.1. You can see that he has began to possibly slow his pace in order just to stay consistent and not ruin anything he does not need to ruin. Clint Eastwood we just watched spin, and he clears himself out of the way of the oncoming car. SublimeYweight still on an island. Harriet Effect making up ground to Arm the Homeless. Arm the Homeless cannot seem to climb his way back to Runks just yet. MVJ looking for that spot up ahead. Already has found himself sandwiched between 13th and 12th here, which are 2 laps down from the leader, I believe, from memory. As we jump through here, trying to see any interesting battles develop. Big Runks is being blue flagged to let sublimes through. Of course, in VFR's rules, we do not necessarily need him to, but he does anyways, because that's not a battle he is actually fighting. Gains no position from him. Ah, there ain't crap going on. Everyone's all spread out. We'll go watch the 2 cars next to each other. Nope, he just gave him the position. We'll watch Y-Wade and Rogue, I guess. Go to cinematic view. Is it me or is the stream zoomed in? The stream is zoomed in. My Wi-Fi started acting up. I had to lower the quality, which in turn zooms the screen in if you were doing it on a TV. Panda says Artie needs to be promoted to Premier. Well, Panda, we don't do mid-season promotions, but trust me, I am pretty sure the entire league agrees with you, as Elite Rain does right here. Yi-Sensei, go switch with him. Oh, you guys can't see the time. I just realized that Elite Rain's asking for the time. There is 10 minutes left now in this race as we wait for some battles to develop here. And what has been a pretty interesting race, but has began to found its comfort zone here in these last 10 minutes. Jason says he belongs in prospects. It's okay, I probably do too as well, Jason. All the new guys who have came in, it's just the series have become so clouded with a mix of skill levels. It is what it is at this point. We're just glad to offer everyone some fuller grid racing. Obviously this race only having 22 cars was a little deader than we'd like, but it is what it is. How about demotions? Larry's probably top 5 driver here, Max. Demotions? No, currently we talked about the regulation races for Premier and Prospect, which we would still like to do that, but due to how clouded the series have become with a mix of the skill levels, more than likely next season will be like this season where we sort of make a list. We got some ideas. I don't want to share too much until we get something finalized, but I don't know for sure if the regulation race will be happening this season, just due to how many have came in and the interest for how many people want to join. And so we've got some stuff we got to talk about for season 3. Elite Rain says, don't demote me, coach. Elite Rain, I'm sorry no one got back to you on this. You've actually been canned from the entire series. I'm just joking. No, we'll see how next season plays out. There's going to be some changes and whatnot with qualifying and rule sets and just everything. So we'll get everything updated. As we jump through here, we will try to find some more action. We're going to have Ghost Stroke looking to make a pass here on Logan possibly. This is not for a position, as Matrix just behind Ghost Stroke, who was for a position, got a drive-through with the last 8 minutes of this race left. Max Track will probably take home 16th here, with Avispa looking to defend and take home 12th. Here we go. Arm the Homeless has fought his way back up to Big Runks, and he has brought the Harriet effect, making this a 3-car, 3-position race for 876, coming down to the wire with 7 minutes 50 seconds left in this race. We're gonna not go to this view. We're going to go to this sort of expanded view right here and sit on Arm the Homeless, who is the middle car in this pack right now. We do have a car going into pits. Oh, that's going to be the drive-through car. Correct, Jason. Runks is 6. He has been defending this position with his life. He has been putting on the drive of his life and just proving to everyone how much he has improved since the early days of him starting out with us at this league. 170 being Rogue, not Rogue. We have two drive-throughs. 170 gets theirs cleared. Rogue in 11th has a drive-through. Gotta imagine he will be pulling that into pits here to clear that. Harriet Effect closing down on Arm the Homeless, who is beginning to lose his pace against Runks, possibly trying to defend too hard. Of course, we saw Runks earlier defend against two cars already. That was earlier in the race, so we know he can do it. He may have to do it now with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in this Black Flag Round 7 Prospect Series race. Runks' teammate telling him defense, defense, defense. Wait, Elite, are you guys teammates? You're High Gear Hustle? Wait, I don't know. I'm confused on teams right now. I'd have to pull the team list up. Not where we put it away. Oh, the Harriet Effect making a move on the inside and gets Arm the Homeless, who sent it slightly too deep into that turn, giving up that 8th position to MDJ, who will now be crowned 9th when the MFD decides it. I'm sorry, the Harriet Effect took 7th, pushing Arm the Homeless to 8th. I was looking too far down the MFD. The MFD was doing this job. I'm going to jump away and see if we have something else developing in sights. Ghost Stroke getting up to 12th finally. Wade and Burt, how close are these two? We might have a 4th and 3rd battle going on. 16 seconds separating them. Not close enough. Why wait 15 seconds? So we currently do just have this battle, 8, 7, and 6 being our closest. The castle is on the track, says Jason. Correct, and here we go. We're going to see Runks is defending here as the Lexus is pushing on the outside. Runks squeezing him, forcing him. But the Lexus, too much of a straight line beast, will put the McLaren behind him. Harriet Effect snagging 6. Not much Runks could do there, having already made his defensive move. Harriet Effect trying to gain as much time as he can before Runks looks to become the aggressor in a race he has defended for most of. We will jump to Runks here since he's the middle car to try to catch any overtakes or undertakes or defense that happens. The rest of the grid is looking pretty lonely out there. Cars can see each other, but they're not as close as the 1 second spread we have between these three cars. There is 4 minutes and 20 seconds left of this race. Elite Rain, go ahead and take a hit as we come down to the end of this one. My dog has joined me now for the commentary. Chewy, what do you have to say? It's been a good race? Alright. Arm the Homeless maintaining his 1 second distance, with Harriet Effect now climbing to 2.5 seconds over Runks. I don't know if Runks has it in him to gain that position back. It's looking like his tires may be a little dead. He may be a little sketched out going through some turns. We will see. I'm going to zip through while they're on the straight, and I can see what's happening. We do not have any other developing battles. MDJ beginning to close on Arm the Homeless here with 3 minutes left. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled on that one. Ghost Stroke only 4 seconds off there. Don't know if he's going to get it or not. Arm the Homeless has clawed his way back to Runks, putting this within a half second with 3 minutes left of this race. Needs to be careful with MDJ so close, only 2.5 seconds off. He can make up that time quick and possibly steal an 8th place finish here from Arm the Homeless. We're going to hop to return to drive real quick because I want to see where Logan is. Logan is sitting himself in 10th pretty comfortably, if I remember correctly. He has no threat around him. Artie still in first. That one Sim Racer and Burt still maintaining our podium finish. Wait, not looking like he is going to catch Burt in time for the end of this race. 2.5 minutes as we watch Arm the Homeless within 0.7 of Big Runks Harriet Effect has climbed to a 5-second gap between the two cars he was once battling with. MDJ still at his 2.5-second gap as he gives a spot up to Artie, which is going to drop him even further behind Runks and Arm the Homeless. Homeless starting to make up ground here on the straight. Gonna take the wide corner. Runks is gonna hold his inside. Homeless having to be late on the throttle to make sure he gets enough rotation through that turn. As we watch from the passenger onboard camera of Arm the Homeless, he's now within 0.4 of Big Runks for a position battle with 1 minute and 20 seconds left of this race. Arm the Homeless, you saw him looking for that inside, just couldn't get it, so he's going to choose the outside as they go on his turn. He's going to outbrake Runks. They're side by side. You can see Runks on the inside there. You can see Artie making his way up now, 0.5. Going to switch views. Arm the Homeless conceding the spot to Artie, which is going to push him off of getting Runks, but now he has to deal with MDJ, who's within inches of claiming this 8th spot with 30 seconds left here in this race. You can see the Porsche's bumper inching onto Arm the Homeless. Arm the Homeless hard brakes, giving up the position.
Leaders on final lap now.
Hard to see what happened there with Arm the Homeless. We're going to jump back up to Big Runks here, who now has to defend against MDJ. Arm the Homeless almost seeming to possibly run low on fuel here and having to be conservative with his throttle maybe. He didn't seem too aggressive on that move. Runks setting himself up for a perfect finish if he can stay directly behind Artie for when Artie crosses this finish line. You've got Elite yelling at him to hold. MDJ clawing it up to 0.4 seconds. You got Nismo telling him to defend. This one's gonna be a tight finish here, folks. As you can see the Porsche hunting down the McLaren through the turns. Runks trying to maintain it. MDJ looking to fight his way up there. Homeless trying to get himself back into the mix. Runks holding his pace on MDJ, keeping him 0.4 seconds away through these turns here. MDJ not going to have much time. He's going to have to get aggressive and fast. Oh, and we have Zaddy spun off there. Sad to see. Zaddy's had a very hard race today, but he has given it his all. And Runks pulling it in through the final turn is gonna bring home 7th place. Jason telling him to come on, and he's going to cross the finish line and officially take home the 7th with a fantastic showing from Runks, clawing himself back up high on the podium. MDJ taking home 8th, could not get it done, could not get up to Runks in time. That one sim racer gonna be bringing home 2nd with a fantastic showing for him and his team as he dropped down early on in the race. Burt Macklin, you can see he was just barely off of that one sim racer. Burt, fantastic showing for Go Dogs Racing. Jason, let's go for Speed Syndicate. They also fantastic showing. You've got Whiteweight with Malacca Motorsports, who is leading the team points, bringing home 4th. Another excellent showing by Mike Linden. Sorry, Mike, for possibly killing your fucking name right there. An excellent race. Sublime bringing home 5th place. Harriet Effect taking home 6th with a beautiful showing from him too, getting that pass on Runks and Arm the Homeless earlier on with 10 minutes left in the race. Set him up for victory. And I think driver of the day, as our comment section would probably agree, would be Runks with the finish at 7th. Started that race off with some beautiful defending once he jumped himself up to 6th place. And we'll go to timetable here for all you guys joining us late. This was the qualifying. This is where everyone qualified, and you can see Runks jumped from 13th very quickly up to 6th. Due to an incident, dropped down to 15th, but stayed consistent, had the pace, and battled himself up to 17th. Logan, I believe, finished that one 10th as well. Huge showing for Logan there. He was set up for a better finish, but 2 drive-throughs killed him for what possibly could have been. He could have been up there with Runks and Harriet Effect for that photo finish. But I want to thank you all for tuning in to the stream. I'm sorry for any Wi-Fi issues I had. Once again, I live in a giant dust bowl. If you don't believe me, look up a satellite photo of Arizona, and we're literally just a crater. I'm pretty sure a meteor hit Arizona way back yonder. Thank you for all watching, and if you aren't in Black Flag Racing, I suggest you join us. We do the Prospect Series bi-weekly. Next week will be our Endurance Series, streamed by Logan and Larry. And then after that, we will go back to the Premier Series for a battle at, man, I can't remember the track right now. I can try to pull it up, but I'm going to be really slow. I'm pulling it up. If you're all just sitting there waiting for me to pull it up, I'm doing it just for you. And our next one is at Watkins Glen, which will be an interesting one. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good one.